Every single day, I'm gonna make something great. That's my way. Every single day, I'm gonna make something great. That's my way.
Yo, what's up, everybody, and welcome back to another episode of the Whew Chile Chronicles Podcast. It's your girl, Cubana Kiss, and today my co-host is my back in the day throwback radio sister turned cannabis specialist, CEO, and operator of Boosted Balance, Miss Ebony Williams. What's up, sis?
What's up? Thank you for having me. I'm so excited. Like, oh my
Yes.
goodness. It kind of giving me a little twinge of how I used to be with us back in the day on the radio.
Yes. So for those who don't know, if you live in Chicago, so Ebony and I used to intern for True Star Radio on Pro 92. I think all of us thought we was gonna be on the radio, honey. You couldn't tell us we wasn't. It was like some of the best times of my life. Oh, the good old days when shit was easy. But now Miss Ebony has put her foot in the door, honey, for all things cannabis. So can you explain to people what Boosted Balance is and what your company sells?
So Boosted Balance is a holistic healing brand. We focus on providing guidance on how to use cannabis for its medicinal benefits.
Mm-hmm.
And we also offer CBD products as well.
Okay. Oh, bad, y'all. I had to turn my fan off. So you offer everything. So one of the questions that we're gonna get into first is, everybody know I love my segment, what's in your cup? So I'm gonna go first because my cup is simple, y'all. I just got a little Hornitos and a little watermelon juice, maybe a little fake little watermelon margarita. But Miss Ebony, what's in your cup?
I have a different cup. I have some tea. This is, some Wealthy Womb tea from a friend of mine who has a tea company, but then it's also infused with my CBD honey. So it's definitely kind of, mellowing me out for the night.
So one of the questions I've always had, I know the answer, but I'm not sure if you know the answer. But what is the difference between CBD and THC?
They have similar medicinal properties and benefits, but the THC does not have any, the CBD has no like psychoactive properties available in it at all. It's just going to give you that calming, relaxing feeling.
Okay. So I just want to know, Chad, because we did an episode previous to this one in our last season. We was all high as hell on the episode. I think it was the most hilarious fucking episode ever. We had some people from the Black and Crew podcast. Shout out to them on the podcast. So when people be like, oh, I don't want to feel high. And so they just feel like that's all weed. So how do you get people to truly understand, like, no, you can still feel relaxed without feeling like you've lost your mind?
I try to sit down and talk to people and first understand their tolerance level. That's a big thing when understanding how much you should be ingesting. But I try to explain to people the differences between THC and CBD. And there's also other compounds similar to CBD, like CBN or CBG, that allow that same calming medicinal effects that CBD gives you without that psychoactive property from THC.
Okay. So, you got to tell us, how in the world did you get involved in the cannabis industry with all of the red tape that we've been seeing when it comes to not only just Black folks getting into it, but a Black woman getting into it? Like, you don't have to give us tea, sis.
I started out by using it for myself. I'm a veteran and I suffer from severe back pain, and I was using the cannabis to help ease that pain. I was using it recreationally like everybody else, and I kind of picked up like, this makes me feel good when I have a little bit when I come home from work, and it's helping to calm my pain. And I kind of got into it that way. My husband saw that there was somebody who was doing like cannabis educational events out there, and
Mhm.
I started, getting involved. So I reached out and I started working with this company called Matteo's Pot that had a cannabis lounge downtown in Chicago. And I started working with them and started getting involved and taking different classes and training, partaking into the cannabis industry. It's a lot easier than people think. I'm
Is
be honest.
it?
It really is. You kind of just got to get out there and network. It's a lot of people in a lot of different places, but it is a avenue for anybody to get in.
Hmm. The way, and this way, now we know better to listen to the news. But the way the media spins it is if it's so difficult to get into the business, it's so difficult for people of color to get in the business. So outside of networking, what are some of the things that you saw that you were like, I know not to go that route?
You kind of have to use discernment when those things happen.
Mm-hmm.
But people who don't know like dosage, they're just trying to give you a product and say, yeah, this gonna get you lit, this gonna have you feeling right. No, you should want to know the exact milligram dosage that they're giving you. That way you can, you know take some type of guidance in what you're intaking. Like I know my tolerance level and I know the amount of milligrams that I can ingest per setting. And I stay
Mm.
within that so that I don't feel out of my comfort zone, or I'm not feeling overly, intoxicated or anything of that nature.
That's what's up. Okay. So I obviously y'all know me. I love my social media, and today, Boosted Balance posted about using CBD during labor. Now you know you're gonna have to talk about that a little bit for me because girl, what you talking about?
So I don't know personally, but
Mm-hmm.
for I have a lot of friends that are doulas, and I know of a lot of women who have used cannabis during labor or even during their pregnancy. It's a all natural way of combating pain over the medicine that they try to give you in the hospital. I know there's a lot of women out there who do home births or choose the option of a birthing center that offer those holistic methods as well for,
Mm.
combating some of that pain that you get during labor.
Shit, I wish I would have knew about that 13 years ago because my ass was allergic to the damn epidural.
Ooh-wee.
And how would I know I'm allergic to the epidural, right? I've never had an epidural. So how would I know? And how would my doctors know? Allergic
Exactly.
to the epidural. I was in more pain from the epidural than I probably was from just giving birth to my kid. And so now that I know that that could be like a potential pain substitute, like like a to be able to get rid of the pain, to help with the pain.
Yes.
That because in the back of my head, I'm like, well, child, you're gonna have some more kids and you can't get that epidural. So what the hell you gonna do? And
There
so,
are always other options, and to have a natural plant, something that's readily available that you can even grow
mhm.
yourself, to help medicate you during those times of pain, and other times are always my favorite.
You feel me? Uh, so let's talk about some of the other products that you do offer because one of the things you did mention was the infused honey, but you offer a lot of things.
Yes, yes, I do. I offer infused like basic essentials because I want people to be able to take the products that I have and have free range to infuse it in other things. So I offer infused olive oil and coconut oil for cooking.
Mm.
I also even offer a infused pain salve for you to use. It's similar to like a tiger balm or icy hot for you to use on those muscle and joint pains. I like to use it on my back. I have nerve damage in my back, and it helps instantly. You just start rubbing it in, and the pain is gone. I have a couple of friends that use it to, loosen up their leg knees, and they can, get back out there like they used to.
Now, y'all know, if y'all follow me on social media, me and my Megan knees, we got a love-hate relationship. Like, sometimes y'all see me with a knee brace, and sometimes y'all don't. Just mind y'all business. That's all. Just mind y'all business.
Yeah, exactly. So you might need a little bit of that just to kind of, lube it up, get you going, and you won't be in any pain.
I'm going to need to give me some of that, because I ain't going to even hold you. Yesterday, I had on my knee brace. I don't even know why I ain't even did nothing. My knee was hurting. Right knee was giving me Derrick Rose. Left knee was Megan. Right knee was definitely Derrick Rose. I was like, what's happening here? You know what I'm saying? I was trying to throw that ass back for a round. I couldn't even do it. So, okay. The other thing that's great about your business is, one, you're an entrepreneur. So I do want to kind of shift gears a little bit and talk about that. You quit your 9-to-5. Like, how scary was that?
I did. I'm not gonna lie. It was the most stressful thing I've ever done to myself. That wasn't something that I could change. That I know I can go back and change, because I think about it often. Sometimes I might see an attitude. I'm like, oh yeah, I know I can get that job. But for me, I understand what my purpose is, and my purpose is to heal. I'm here to be a healer and to spread the knowledge that I have to other people, not just about cannabis, but how to use all natural herbs to self-sustain and self-heal yourself.
I know that's right. You gotta know what your purpose is in life, right? And I feel like as we get older, obviously I knew you when you was a young whippersnapper, and as we've gotten older, to just truly know what your purpose is and what your calling is per se, I feel like that's very important, not just as an adult, but as a woman, because we get kind of wrapped up in our husbands and our children and our households, and we forget about what the hell we want to do.
Exactly. That's happened to me in the past, and I feel myself carrying very proudly, and I'm able to know and feel confident in what I'm doing. It might not be working out as how I dream it to be every single day, but I know what it is and what it's supposed to be and what I'm supposed to be doing. So it's easy for me to not get deterred by a little quick money, or another job that I feel like will take me away from what my true calling is.
I know that's right. So sticking in line with being an entrepreneur, a Black woman entrepreneur at that, how does it make you feel when you see other Black women just living in their glow? Like, for example, Rihanna is the youngest self-made woman billionaire right now. Like, sis, get your bag.
And that's the most perfect one to pick, because I love Rihanna. So it's like, oh my goodness, I want to do that and more, but in my own way.
Yes.
It's so lovely to see so many women. Like, I could go down a list of women that I follow that just basking in their glory and the things that they do and how they carry themselves and how they're able to stand their ground and know, hey, this is my calling. This is what I'm supposed to be doing, and do it well.
I
have a lot of friends that are also Black owned business owners and stuff, and they have their own business, and I love collaborating with them and just kind of talking about business. And I'm like, this is a new thing. This isn't so, like, you would have told me that this is what I was doing like 2 years ago, I wouldn't believe it.
Okay, because 18-year-old me is looking at me like, go ahead, sis. Tell me. Damn thing.
Oh my goodness. I'm so proud of myself.
As you should be. I'm proud of you. Like, knowing, where you are in your past, the things that you've dealt with, to see where you are now. I'm going ahead, Eb. You got that shit, sis.
Oh my goodness, thank you so much. Oh
I
my goodness.
love it. I know for me as an entrepreneur, like with a podcast and other business endeavors that I have going on, one thing that's really difficult for me is just like balancing my life out, right? Because I want to be fully submerged in my business and in my investment, right? Because I am my investment, but I
Yes.
also still want to like have a life. So like being boosted balance, how are you balancing like, being a wife and having your personal life as well as your business?
So, coming from like that administrative background, I have had to put myself on a schedule. When my
Mm,
husband goes to work, I typically get up soon after him and I start my day. Now, because I'm an entrepreneur, I'm able to kind of have a little bit of more laxed morning. I don't necessarily have to have the same routine as him, but I
mm-hmm.
get up, do my yoga, have a little bit of tea, sit outside, kind of reflect or write down some notes of the things that I want to get done for the day. And then I start my day. I try to wrap it up around 2:30, 3 o'clock, because I know around that time my husband will be on his way home, and then I transition into wifey mode and I kind of shut that down. Now I'll be honest. I'm the type, I'm pulling my phone out. I'm writing notes every time I think of something, a new product I
Mm-hmm.
want to make, a post. I'm like, oh yeah, I'm sending stuff to myself. I'm writing little notes down on post-it notes. Like if you can see all the post-it notes that I have on my nightstand, oh my goodness,
Girl.
ideas galore.
Yes, for me, it's the screenshots. I have a folder of screenshots of things that I see that I've seen other people do, and I'm like, oh, I can make this better if I just change this part, if I do this and if I do that. And then, like you said, that admin background, my public policy background, I am definitely on a schedule. Because I'm not brave enough to quit my 9 to 5, and I'm just gonna call a spade a spade. I am not brave enough just yet. Not saying it ain't coming, but today I can't do it. I just can't do it. I also never saw myself as somebody who would have something other than a 9 to 5. I never saw myself as someone who would have a podcast as a business that's generating revenue, or another side business and selling merchandise, and then like Cubana Kiss as a brand. I never ever in my life would be like, oh yeah, Cubana Kiss, that name I came up with, my friend came up with for me in college. That name is gonna make you money, sis. Like what? Never.
Yeah, believe it.
Right. How did you come up with the name Boosted Balance?
Oh my goodness. I'm so glad you asked me that. So I didn't come up with a name. My
It's usually
husband
how it works.
my
It usually
husband
how it
wrote
works.
that name, and I'm so proud to say that. He came up with the name Boosted Balance. And it kind of came up with, him being the only one that really understood my vision and what
Mm.
I've been trying to manifest all this time. And he was able to put it into 2 words: boosted balance. I'm here to boost the natural balance that you should have in your body with natural herbs, cannabis being one of the main ones.
Mm. I don't have a problem with cannabis at all. Um, any of it. I'm not typically well, I won't say typically. I've used CBD to like help me sleep because I suffer from insomnia.
Mhm.
Like really
I
bad.
love-
And man, I'd be like up. And I mean not just like some people be like, oh, I have insomnia, but I'm sleep by 1. No, I mean insomnia where I'm up till 3. I gotta be up at 6:30 and I haven't had any like sleep. So I have, instead of melatonin, because melatonin does not work for me. Melatonin will take hours to kick in
yeah.
for me to go to sleep. And I'd be like, but I'm tired and I really just want to rest. Um, Shout out to your husband for understanding the balance. He's so cool, y'all. Y'all don't even understand. He's so cool.
I swear everybody says that. Oh my goodness. He's the best though.
So, speaking of the best, did you see did you see the what is the hell is it called? The verses with Usher. I mean not Usher. Damn. I want Usher to be in the verses with
Yeah.
Mario and Omarion. Did you watch
Yes.
it?
Yes. Oh my goodness.
Child. How you feel about that watermelon being passed around? The one watermelon.
That was some ghetto mess if I ever seen it. I'm cool, and it's not even just a watermelon. It's not even just a watermelon. It could have been grapes too. It could have been grapes too.
Okay. So I was already biased because I didn't watch it when it was live, so I had to watch it later on.
Me too.
Yeah, so we in the same boat. So I watched it once. So I'm like, what's going on? Let me go ahead and watch this because I was doing something else. I don't even remember what I was doing. I was doing something else. But I was already biased because I am the hugest Mario and Sammy fan, like fanatic. Like to this moment, Sammy has dropped new EPs. I'm probably about the only one that's listened to it. Like Sammy's EPs go crazy. And I'm like, are y'all asleep? This man can sing. Mario, one of the few artists, male artists, vocally, that sounds the exact same on his albums as he does in person. So I really was like, oh no, they got this. And people was like, are you crazy? Oh, Mario on this, oh, Mario on that. Who you have in the verses?
Originally, Omarion.
Everybody, I'm glad I be rooting for the underdog. I'm glad I be rooting for the underdog.
But
so the new verses does
Sammy. I'm gonna have to check him out, see what's going on.
Sammy is underrated. Like people try to make it seem like, oh, he ain't had no single since he was 12 years old. He might not have had a hit single because of how everything is operating now. But listen to that man EP. Fire. Fire. Okay. So both of us have had our relationship situations and issues.
Yeah.
Do you feel like this Young Miami and Diddy thing is a real thing? Because I don't.
No, because it's Diddy. So it ain't
real bad.
When he sat there and played with Cassie all them years, and then they broke up and she went off, and then now she's living her family life. I just was like, yeah, Diddy, you're not here for it. You just here for whoever you can have on your arm at the time, whether it's J-Lo, whether it's Cassie. You know what I'm saying? The list goes on. It's like, who's popping at the time?
Who's popping at the time? Okay, so I hear you, right? But this is my theory. And everybody think I'm crazy, but it's fine. I think Diddy is with these women and they're his beards. I think that Diddy is like DL undercover. And that's why he's not married. I feel like he has children to just like cover up the fact that he's just really not into women. And I think him being with Young Miami right now is just like another way for him to just be like, everybody think I'm with Young Miami, so I'm in the clear. I think that's why he was with Cassie for 10 years. I think that's why he was with Kim for so long without like he had those children. I don't think that he did not. I do think that he loved them, but not in the manner in which we feel like there was an intimacy there. I think it was a different type of intimacy.
Yeah, I totally agree. Now, I've never thought about diving that deep into why, but I'm just like, layers that need to be peeled back. I don't know if he got some commitment issues, some mommy issues, or something. But it's something very much.
It's something there. Very much so something. Very much so something.
I know.
It's something there. It gotta be something because it's just like it doesn't make any sense to me personally. So I'm just trying to figure it out. Like, what's T Diddy? Why you ain't never been married? You got all these kids, but you ain't never been married.
Exactly. And if it's something else that you like, then live your life and do that. That's what.
Because at this point, don't nobody care. It's Diddy. Don't nobody care.
Exactly. It's Diddy. Come on.
Chat. Let me drink. I don't know.
Some people, they feel how they feel. And so then, they don't want to be viewed a certain way. Diddy been around for a while. He one of the older cats. He might.
Yeah.
Like, look, I've been doing it this way and I'm going to keep doing it this way.
He's so weird to me. I don't know what's really good, but that's fine, child. So one thing I do want to talk about, obviously I think that we cannot not talk about it. The whole Brittney Griner thing with her being stuck over in Russia for having not even a whole ounce of like THC or a vape pen or some shit.
Man, they don't be playing about those vape pens.
Yeah.
They
How
do
does that
not.
make you feel? Obviously, being in the industry that you're in, like that, this is what's holding her up. And knowing that, to be honest, and I'm gonna call a spade a spade. If this was LeBron James, if this was Stephen Curry, if this was any other male NBA high star superstar status of a player, they would not still be over there.
They will not still be over there because they know who to call. That's how I feel.
That
They know
you
who to
talk
call.
your shit.
I'm gonna tell you this: the U.S. is not helping nobody. They're not helping nobody. So it's not the government. Nobody in the government is helping them. It's somebody with some money who knows somebody who knows somebody who knows somebody over there in that country who got some money who could call somebody and get them out. That's pretty much what it is. Because
Talk
when
your
it comes to
shit.
another country, the US, they will quickly put their hands up. And
That
especially
is
when it comes to
true. That is really true. The reason I asked because when not was it one of them balls brothers had got caught stealing over there, Trump got his ass out and
that's
quick.
Trump. That's somebody with some money. We not he don't even count as
Mm.
a real president, so we're not even talking about that. And
That's
that
I
was
mean,
I don't think that was I know that was not his presidential status that was getting him out. Now he
oh,
made it seem that way, but that was his money. That was
I
his
didn't even
connect.
think about that. I did
That
not
was
think
not
about
the
that.
government.
I did
Mm-mm,
not think about that part at all.
mm-mm.
Well, that's interesting. I actually am kind of nervous for her. I'm not sure if you heard about the letter that she did write, saying that she's terrified that she's going to be over there forever. She doesn't have the protection of her wife or her, of anything else. So I am definitely sending prayers to her and her family because that's scary. Like,
Yeah.
um, but in radio news, Wendy Williams is officially off the fucking air, and I feel like it's the death of a decade.
Oh.
How you feel? I don't know how I feel yet. Yeah, that's
Like
how
for
I
real,
felt.
for real?
Like the only like they even took her YouTube channel down.
Oh, are you serious?
Like she's done. Sis is done.
They took it down?
Yeah.
I thought
This
she
shit
was going
crazy.
I thought she was going down that show.
You feel me? Cause she old as hell and she still knew all the tea. She knew tea nobody else
Yeah.
knew was tea. And even though she gets on my nerves with how messy she can be, when she has guests, I ain't gonna hold you. We be having hot topics and we be having
Mhm.
gossip and tea, and the blogs are what they are because it started with Wendy. And we just gotta give her where we gotta get her flowers where they do. And
Yes. Yes.
right, as a woman in radio, and I know that was like your past life, I just can't even see myself like how can I not acknowledge Wendy? It's like
Right. Yeah. I mean,
Wendy
and she
started it
did her
all.
thing as a journalist. She had the tea all the time.
All the time. And here was it. SWV was trying to whoop her ass. No, it was Black. Black was trying to whoop her
Yeah.
ass.
They little hood. They little hood. It's
I like a
okay.
little hood, like Monica punching Brandy in the face behind stage. I fucks with shit like that. Because
Oh
I'm a
my
little
God.
ratchet. I'm a little ratchet. I like a little ratchet here and there.
I like it
So
from
I
a
mean, if
distance.
you,
I want to be over there in that corner.
I ain't gonna hold you. Now, had you called me a few years ago, I'd probably be right there. Where she at? Since I'm gonna hold her. I ain't see nothing, Popo. I ain't see nothing. But like now, nah, like you said, I'm over there. I see it from a distance. I'll read about it.
Like,
That's what I'll do. I cannot. So thank you so much, Ed, for coming on the show. And you have to tell the folks how can they support Boosted Balance and where can they find you?
they can find me on Instagram or Facebook. That's Boosted Balance, BOOSTED or www.boostedbalance.com. Check me out.
Yes. If you are watching this on YouTube, her links are down in the description box below. And if you listen to your favorite podcast, hosting site. If you just click the little box where it says description or see more or see detail, whatever it say, you can go ahead and click there and you'll be able to find her links there too. As you know, you can find me at Cubana Kiss on everything: Instagram, Twitter, Snapchat. Even the website is cubanakiss.com. Check me out. Thank you again, Eb, for coming. Thank you so much. And I can't wait to support Boosted Balance in their future endeavors. I'm so proud of you.
Thank you for having me. I enjoyed myself so much. This was so much fun.
Absolutely. All right, y'all. Until then, CTYO. Mwah.